Hello everyone, today I will be showing you how to get from this key to this key. 3 buttons and panic button, which is a US style key fob. We don't have it here in Europe, so it's a cool feature to have if you don't have it, and also add the trunk lid button opening, and I will show you obviously what it does. So let me just close the car now, like so. And the panic button will trigger the alarm just in case you are a big parking lot and you forgot where you exactly left your car. You press this, the alarm will go off. You press it again, it stops. And obviously the trunk, I will show you in a minute how it works. You have to, of course, now the car is locked, but I will show you from the outside how it is, because it was a surprise for me. Either I did the mod and you see the LED was blinking, the LED, and it was not doing something. Of course, I didn't know you have to hold it for 2 seconds or 1 second or something like that, which I wasn't aware of, so I didn't know why it was not working. And in my case, this one, because maybe you haven't seen my previous video, I did this modification, Golf Mark 7 replicating type of key. But of course I have the internals from a 2-button key, so this one doesn't do anything right now. Okay, as you can see now it's closed. Let me just press this. So this is still closed. And now this is open. Let me close it. And it automatically closes again. So this is how it works. You see LED is blinking again, so the system is armed. Now let's go to my workbench and I will show you exactly how it's done. Okay, right before I start, I want to tell you that I saw this kind of keys. So what I have, advertisements on the internet, they are selling with ridiculous amounts of money, and just because they are advertised as R32 keys, and R32 here is a keyword in making big money these days, because R32s are sought after cars, and of course these are just regular golf keys which are sold, golf Passat, which are sold in the US. So it has the panic button on it, and this is nothing special. Probably you have in your pocket right now a key which has this functionality, but it's not implemented. Okay, now I will tell you about the type of keys which you can have. Of course, you notice all of them are square button keys. So first one is this one, which is a 2-button key, and it has the part number here, which ends in AG. The second one is, actually this is a Fabia key, a Skoda Fabia key, but this ends in here in DA. This is the latest and newest type of key which you can purchase for your car. And also this is an original key, a US type of key, which I got from a friend of mine. It's very worn, as you can see, and this has AM suffix. And of course I have the my key, which I dismantled. So this is a 2-button key. What you can have is also, but I don't have it here, it's with the suffix AH, which is a 3-button key, but it's not the latest one, and that is the one that you can retrofit with the panic key. You need to remember that you don't need to do anything in the diagnostic program, so this is purely a hardware retrofit. So let me show you what it consists of. So I will show you what is the hardware difference between a DA, so this one, and a AG, which is this one. It's a 2-button. So the difference is, as you can see here, let me just show it to you. So you can see here you have to solder the button for the panic key. So let me show you on mine. So here, this is the other part of the PCB. So here is the button, and obviously on the DA1 the pads are missing, but there is the space to add the button for the third button, trunk opening key button. And all you need to do is just add the button. You don't need to program anything, and it will work. Let me just show you real quick. So to test this, you just need to short these two. So you see, it's actually working. It's blinking. So the LED is blinking. I don't know if you can see it, but you can see it blink. So all you need to do is add this button, and for the panic key button, you need to add the button, and also here, you see these unpopulated 2 pads, you need to add the resistor. So on the third type of board, which is the latest one, the one with the DA, you have to solder the resistor here, the switch here on these pads, and the resistor here. I already soldered this one for testing, and it works. I just need to add the switch. Note that there are 2 solder pads here and here, but you have to solder it here. Okay, now let me recap it, because I know it can be confusing. So you have 3 types here, like this, and this. This is the older type, 433 MHz, and this doesn't have, note, it doesn't have the panic key button. This is the newer style, 434 MHz. It can be also with 2 buttons or 3 buttons. Here I already added the 3rd button. And here is the resistor and the switch. And this is a 3rd type, still 434 MHz. And resistor is here and switch is here. It's as easy as that. I forgot to mention, you cannot adapt this US type key in a European car, because as you see here, this is a 315 MHz and this is a 434 MHz key. So you cannot program it, because they are working on different frequencies, as you saw. Okay, now for the hardware needed for this. Of course, starting with the resistors, which are 1K. It's a 1 kilo ohm. It's a very small form factor. It's a 0805 form factor, so they are very small. The switches. So note that the first time I ordered this kind of switches, which if you notice, they are having 4 legs. This is the wrong one, because in the original switch, which is here, so notice them side by side. So this one has only 2 legs. There are apparently 4, but this is only 1 leg, so only 1 contact. So when you press the button on the switch, the contact is being made between these 2 legs, and on this one is being made between these 2. So when I solder this on the board, obviously between these two they were short all the time, so the button was working all the time. Obviously this is not good, so I will not bother you with this one. So if you notice on the original buttons here, I did an investigation, because what I found on the internet that the switches needed were these types, so obviously these are not okay. And if you notice, if you look closely, you see on them written ITT France. And I looked up on the internet and I noticed that the ITT was brought by C&K switches. So I looked it up on the parts, on the electronic parts site, and obviously after some digging I found that these were the original switches used in the keyfob. So here are the original switches I ordered from C&K. Obviously it doesn't say anymore ITT on them, but let me just take one from the blister. It says France, and also for here is, I don't know if you can see it, but it's a 4 and 1, which is the pressing force. And the marking on the switch, I don't know if you can see it, I will show it on the microscope so you can see it better. They are exactly the same. This doesn't have a writing anymore, but I ordered the same part number as it was on the original one from the American key. I will link the part number in the description below. Let's go with the installing. Okay, if you notice, this is the correct switch now, because initially I soldered this one, which is the wrong one, of course, and I realized I made a mistake, so now I didn't film this one, but it's absolutely the same procedure. So the idea here is that the body of the switch is flush with the board, so in that way the button will be correctly pushed when you put it inside the remote. Also here is the resistance, this is the same one, and the switch, so everything is in place. Now let me assemble it and see if it works. Okay, this is the key, so you take it in half, we open this one. Okay, let me just grab a battery. Okay, like so. And then here, these two pins, plastic pins, should align with the holes, like so. Just push it, and you will see now that this is pushing on the button, like so. So yeah, now let's close it, the two halves. Like so. We have this, and also the panic button, you see? Perfect. You can also check if the buttons are working in the 46 module in central convenience. So this is group 15, so remote control buttons. Now you see I'm pressing unlock, Now lock, now hatch, and the panic. Cool. So there you have it. If you want to do this cool mod, then there you have it. You have all the parts and how to do it. Thanks for watching and see you soon. Bye.